All right, Hoopers, so one of the key components to athleticism is your hamstrings. But we can't get to your hamstrings if we don't take care of your feet, because your feet control what's happening up chain through your calves, through your anterior tibialis, which is this muscle right here on the outside, and even your posterior tibialis. And if these muscles are all bundled up because your foot looks like that, okay, there's no way you're getting access to your hamstrings. Okay, your hamstring's job is to help you do this pattern right here, the hinge, right? So if you're gonna hinge, what does this look like? Jumping, right? And also, when you're about to take off into a sprint, it's also required that your hamstring can get access and length and engagement. So you need two things: hamstring length, okay? The ability for your hamstring to stretch the deepest component, but that's not enough. It's not enough just to stretch your hamstring, because if you just stretched it, right, and this is all you did, then it's kind of weak at the end range. There's no ability for it to contract, okay? So it's very important that you build the ability to contract the hamstring at that longest stretch point. And that's what we're gonna do today, okay? Very simple movement. We're gonna do 2 in 1. One, we're gonna take care of the foot and take care of all the necessary knots that are underneath the foot. 2, we're gonna load up the hamstring so we can actually get it to both stretch and engage at the longest part of the range, so that when you get in this position, you have elasticity, meaning that you can get to the stretch point and then engage through the stretch point, okay? Same with whether it's single leg running, whether it's sprinting, whether it's jumping, whatever it might be, you can get your hamstring to the utmost length and then contract it from there. So here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need a slant board, or easier than that, get a plate, a big plate like this, and a small little one like that, or a book, or two books, whatever you can to make a makeshift slant board, do so. Okay, so we're gonna elevate this not too high, because we're also gonna be using a golf ball, okay, for the foot. Second thing, a pair of weights. We're using a pair of 10s. We suggest you start there and then build up to 15s, 20s, 25s, 30s, so on and so forth. So you're gonna be working different parts of your foot throughout this movement, okay? So we suggest starting at the base, a little bit below the base of your big toe. So if I'm right here, here's the big toe base, just starting right there at the arch, okay? So where the arch begins, I'm gonna place this ball underneath that point, okay? Once I get this placed, the opposite foot's gonna be to the side. Now this foot, you should not be resting on this stationary foot. All of your weight, or most of your weight, should be on this standing leg on the left right here. So from here, guys, what I'm doing is pushing down to the ball. I'm not letting my foot roll off the ball. I'm getting on top of the ball. Okay, once I get on top of the ball, I'm pushing down, and I'm thinking about hinging over this ball. Okay, big hinge, trying to get the weights on either side of this foot, coming up through and then engaging my glute through the pattern, okay? Then I repeat again. I'm probably gonna go for about 5 reps per position of the ball. After 5 reps, all I gotta do is move the ball down the arch, going towards the heel a little bit. So I'm right there now. It's gonna get gnarlier. And yes, guys, it's not comfortable at all. But boy, does it build your ability to feel connection from your foot to your hamstring, and also build strength and length at the same time. And I'm basically gonna do that through every position of that foot. So now I'm right here, so where it gets kind of trickier, but you should be able to do it. Okay, and then basically all I'm doing from there is just moving the ball towards the second toe line. Okay, so now I'll just move to the second toe line right here and move down to the third toe line, 4th and 5th. Okay, so I think just doing, you can even just to save time, do about 2 reps per position, okay? Get as many positions as you can on the foot, 2 reps per position, and I guarantee when you come off that, what you're going to feel immediately is that your foot is wider, okay? And a wider foot has more surface area to absorb shock. Whether you're juking someone out, whether you're sprinting, whether you're jumping and landing, now you have surface area to absorb shock, which can then send information to your hamstring. But if your foot is like a knife, which we've talked about before, if it's a knife like this, and you land on the knife, of course it's going to go to your bones first. Your bunion, inside of the ankle, your knee, your hip, your back, my neck and my back. It's going to feel terrible, okay? So we suggest getting at least 1 to 2 reps per position the ball is placed on for every toe line. The big toe line, second toe line, third, fourth, and fifth. So that might be like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, next to close to 40 reps or so total, which is about what we do anyway for most of our movements. Yeah, so 40 reps, 2 movements per position. Get that done, guys.